about my experience with iVET360. Initially started with the desire for some marketing support for my practice, and in speaking with the owner and learning other things iVET360 can do, found that there was a need for some HR support as well as some critical evaluation of the numbers. So the thing that I find most valuable as a practice owner is iVET360's ability to data mine my practice management software and pull all the numbers and reports and figures that help me make good business decisions for my practice. Marketing is also helpful. They make pretty designs for our marketing pieces in the practice. And my practice manager, Stephanie, really enjoys the HR support as we're developing manuals and procedures and protocols for our practice.
I would say that my experience working with iVET360 is honestly probably one of the best experiences I've had working with another business when you're talking about a business-to-business relationship. So just from day one, they're very down-to-earth people and people that you can understand truly have transparency, and they're very ethical, and they really at the end of the day want to help you, and that's it. There's no ulterior motive. There's no anything being two-faced. They really want to be there for you and offer that support and be really responsive, and that's something that has been consistent the entire time. There was a brief period of time when we were incredibly busy in our hospital. We had business enough for 3 doctors. We only had 2, and then our associate left, and you're kind of in crisis mode. You have to start evaluating, as a manager, there's pressure on you to make the best decisions that you can for the practice, and the practice owner, a lot of times that comes down to, well, maybe we can cut costs. And so for me, I'm someone who is kind of at least a little bit marketing savvy, and so when it came time to us considering areas that we could maybe cut down, we did consider going to another company that was less expensive, thinking that maybe there was the lack of services that this other company didn't offer, we could compensate for on our own. And so we did leave iVET360 and we went with another very well-known company, and I can tell you easily within 2 weeks, I recognized the difference in this company and the fact that not all marketing companies are created equally. And even though it was never a question of us not being able to see a return on investment, with iVET360, it literally was just being in that survival mode of, okay, maybe we need to cut costs, but there is no question about it that what iVET360 provides is that personal touch, being able to actually work with you and exactly what you want and be open to feedback. So anytime that we said, hey, you know what, I'd like to see this done a little bit differently, there was never any combativeness or any issues with me being able to be open and honest, and that just kind of defines the relationship that you have. Similar with a veterinary client that you might have, the relationship that you build has to be founded on trust first in order for anything to actually be, come out from that. And so when we recognized that there really wasn't going to be a lot of trust and transparency with this other company, we recognized that we definitely needed to go back to iVET360. And the difference in that was it was so obvious because there was no one person that you had as a sole point of contact. So for me, I can call Kate anytime, and she's my one person. I also know I can speak with anybody else on the team, but I have somebody that I can go to if I have these questions. And I think that some other companies, and the one that we had switched to, they value efficiency over that relational touch. And so what happens is, I might send an email and somebody might respond to me, but I don't know who it is that's responding. They may not have context for what I'm asking, and it creates a severe breakdown in communication, and that is what prevents there to be that trust being built to where you can actually continue to grow as a company working with this other business. So for us, there was no questions about it. We had to switch back to iVET360, and so I think we made it about a month, and I contacted them and let them know that, hey, you know what, if the return on the investment was not even a question, we'd be willing to pay more because we see not just in the analytics and the conversions, but for me, the support that I get from the team, that's invaluable, because I have another, several other plates spinning at all different times, and so I don't have the ability to, you know, be everywhere at once and constantly have to check in on things. And so for us, there was no question about switching back to iVET360, and it's easily the greatest decision that we made.
What I like about iVET360 is the comprehensive support and the intellectual capacity of one group that can basically support me in my hospital in all directions, addressing all of our needs without having to outsource or connect with multiple companies. So it's been a great blessing for me in the hospital. I appreciate their help.